Welcome back to Nose for the Ball. This is Rookie Watch Season 2 featuring Eric Lamb and the Broncos. Let's get right into it today. The Broncos are 9-0 so far. An amazing feat with an offense as inconsistent as theirs has been, but the defense has played outstanding, not to mention they've played a lot of weaker offenses. That may be the case once again this week as they take on 4-5 Carolina, who are led by the third-year quarterback Ryan Swanson. He was the 20th overall pick in 2026. He's put up decent numbers so far in his career, a little better this year in terms of turnovers, but at the moment he seems like kind of a high floor, low ceiling guy. He's got a pretty good but not amazing arm. He plays pretty smart. He's not going to get you into a lot of trouble, but he doesn't really have one ability that's going to raise that ceiling. He's not really helped out by the running back room either. There's a lot of athleticism there, some young talent, but it's really more athleticism than positional talent. Similarly, the receiver room is pretty deep in terms of playable guys, but not a lot of top-end ability. Tommy Tremble does make for a pretty good safety blanket. And then this offensive line has some question marks as well. Akim Ekwonu is very good, but this is a bit of an underpowered unit. The Broncos have a really strong offensive unit. I'm not really sure how the Panthers are going to handle it. I think Austin Corbett is really going to have to kind of anchor the right half of that line. Joyner, the right tackle, is a good young player, but still needs to work a lot on his pass blocking. And the center is kind of a jag. Defensively pretty strong up front with Brian Burns. The linebacking core isn't anything to write home about, but the corner room is pretty good. They've got J.C. Horn and Denard Battle, and then Juan Madden sharing time with rookie first-rounder Terrain Blade. Pretty undersized free safety in Sean McCain, but Jeremy Chin is holding it down at strong safety. The Panthers had a tough start to the year, started 1-4, then went on a little bit of a win streak before their bye. All one-score games except for this big win over the Rams. Carolina will start with the ball in this game, and Swanson will look to pass on the first play, fires left, and Tommy Tremble's going to pick up a few. Second down looks like they'll run. Good blocking on the counterplay, but it's blown up by Divine Diablo, and Hurst going backwards. That's going to make it 3rd and 5. Swanson looking to pass. Happy Feet fires on the move, and he gets it to Chenault. Farley tried to play the ball and missed. That's going to be a big gain for a Panthers first down. Later on the same drive, Panthers are moving. Broncos coverage has not been great today, and Swanson's been getting it out fast, but this time Finley takes down Hurst for a loss. Good play there by the linebacker. It would lead to a 3rd and 2 from the 25. Carolina is going empty here. Swanson fires quickly, but Chenault can't hang on. Simmons was there on the coverage. They're going for it on 4th down. Fires quickly again, and this time it's Alec Pierce who can't hold on. Patrick Surtain there to knock it away. So Carolina gets nothing out of that drive. The Broncos score first instead. Panthers have the ball back now, and that run play isn't going for much. 2nd and 8, and here comes Eric Lamb up the middle. No chance for Ryan Swanson. Lamb tore right through Austin Corbett, beat him inside. 3rd and 13, and now Lamb beats him to the outside. He was on Swanson in a heartbeat. Sacks on back-to-back plays for this electric rookie. It's a 14-point Bronco lead now, and Jerry Jeudy already has at least 85 yards and a touchdown. On pace for a monster game, 3rd and 5 for the Panthers, and they're going to pick this up easily. Donald Peterson wide open, finally chased down by Patrick Surtain. That will extend this drive as we settle into the second quarter. First down near midfield, and Lamb is almost unblocked. He'll knock over Hurst for a loss of 2. Joyner kind of whiffed on the block. He's listed at 6'4", 300 something, but he does not look it. The Panthers are keeping this drive moving though, as there's another tackle for Lamb. Good effort on that play. But here we are on yet another Panthers first down. They're empty trips right with a man out wide to the right as well. Swanson throws right, and that's going to pinball around, eventually hits the ground. Intended for the rookie Sambucci, but it looked like he ran into Tremble. Now Swanson throws it up to Peterson. It's knocked away by Posey and right to Parker Finley. A lucky interception for the Broncos. Wasn't very good coverage by Posey, but he did manage to knock it out at the last second. Another wasted scoring chance for the Panthers, but their defense manages to keep the gap from widening. They'll look to tie it up here with a little under 4 minutes to go. Play action, and that's Alec Pierce over the middle. Surtain barely brings him down. Panthers from their own 38. Swanson escaping to his left. Throws across his body perfectly to Tommy Tremble, and he dropped it. Despite the hero ball failing, Panthers are driving. Lamb's been getting locked up in double teams. Nobody else is doing anything. Coverage is good here, though. Swanson scrambles out, and he's sacked by Lamb. How did Eric Lamb get all the way over there? That's his 3rd of the half. It's a loss of 8 yards, and I don't think we've ever seen him make a play that close to the sidelines. Let's see what happened. Looked like he was locked up in another double team, and then he just backs off, maybe trying to clog up a passing lane. Keeps his eyes on the quarterback. Swanson was not expecting him there and just kind of made it easy for Lamb. Unfortunately, they pick up 14 on second down, and Tommy Tremble beat Surtain for the touchdown. It's a one-score game. And after a Broncos punt to start the second half, that's going to remain the case. Hurst gets the ball on first down. That running lane is clogged, but he still managed to get 7 yards somehow. Nice run for the rookie, and this whole Carolina draft class is looking really good. Multiple contributors on both sides of the ball. Hurst probably getting the most opportunities, but he's wrapped up by Lamb on this play. So it looks like the Panthers will pass on second down. Swanson scanning. Nobody open. He doesn't like his options. He's going to take off, and he's got some room. Stiff arms LaShawn Wiley into oblivion, but he should have just slid, didn't get any extra yardage out of it, and almost got obliterated from behind by Lamb. Later on the same drive, Lamb looking to make good on it, but a nice play by the young quarterback to flip it out to his tight end. That's a first down. Panthers all the way into the red zone now. It's the veteran Lockhart. He breaks a tackle from Draymond Jones, and Lamb just manages to bring him down before the goal line, but it's going to be 3rd and goal from just outside the end zone. It's going to be a fullback dive. That's Chaz Zimmer. He gets popped by Diablo, but we are tied. Never mind. Denver has scored again. Good coverage on second down, but Swanson finds Trimble on the release. They're going to mark him just short of a first down, though. 3 tight ends on the right side of the formation. Likely a run, but could always be a play fake. It is a run, and Lamb's going to get right through. Knocks Hurst right on his backside, and he has been a one-man wrecking crew today. Timed his move perfectly here. The Panthers will have to punt and hope they can get a defensive stop. And they do not. Broncos went 89 yards, and at least 3/4 of that was Jerry Jeudy. His big game continues. Swanson will dump it off here on first down to avoid Lamb, who is coming up the middle again. Carolina keeps plugging along, though. Across midfield, Lamb is in pursuit of Swanson again, but he's going to throw a crossbody and find Peterson, and he's fighting through contact up to the 30-yard line with about 4 minutes to go. This clock is ticking, though. They need 2 scores. Lamb is collapsing the pocket, but a nice throw by Swanson. He has been surgical most of the day. And after that, the Panthers ran the ball a couple of times effectively, but I'm really questioning the clock management. Almost down to 2 minutes. They do have all their timeouts, and Swanson's going to find Chenault in the end zone. Now they just need to stop. But they won't get it. Panthers fans are all too used to Matt Rule making that face. Some cannot believe he's still here. Pretty solid day for both young quarterbacks. Swanson was really efficient in terms of completion percentage, but not in terms of yardage. He really was not helped by his receivers, though. They did a decent job getting open, but dropped a number of balls. Most notably that Mahomes played a Trumbull, although they did score on that drive. But 3rd and 4th down conversion attempts on that first drive that were dropped really hurt them. And then, of course, the somewhat unlucky interception on the following drive. Javonte a little under 4 yards per carry on the day, but he did have 3 touchdowns. They were all pretty short, so that brings down the average. And Jeudy had an insane game. He had at least 5 or 6 different catches that were 20-something yards. This was maybe the best game yet for Eric Lamb, at least in terms of what goes on the stat sheet. 7 solo tackles, 11 total, 2 for loss, 3 sacks, and for a lot of the game he felt like the whole defense. We got absolutely no pressure on the edge in this game. Only 2 other tackles for loss in the whole game by the Broncos, and one of them was on a swing pass. These slider changes are definitely making the game harder in terms of team success. I'm guessing I got on the other side of a couple thresholds because the quarterback play is very different now. It's much better, but Eric Lamb cannot be slowed down. By the way, for some reason, the box score is showing the wrong score for the end of the game. I was worried about that for a minute, but it shows right in the end of game screen, and it did record correctly once I exited. That's enough for what I think is Eric Lamb's first Defensive Player of the Week award. I kind of think Jeudy should have gotten the offensive award over Burrow as well, but I guess he didn't have the touchdowns for it. But that's a good note to go into Week 12 on. And Eric Lamb will travel to Tampa Bay with a 1.5 sack lead over Greg Rousseau on the leaderboards. Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay roster. They are led by 5th-year quarterback Cooper Shields, drafted 3rd overall in 2024, recently signed a big contract extension. Superstar Dev, I'm not sure what his overall started at. I would think it would be higher than 82, although these ratings do look very good, just the medium accuracy and awareness are pretty low. So I do wonder if he came into the game rated fairly low. I also had unadjusted XP sliders doing the initial sim, so that may be playing a part as well. He's put up pretty good stats throughout his career. Definitely seems like a down year so far for him. Obviously, plenty of season to go, but he's throwing touchdowns at the lowest rate of his career this year and interceptions at the highest rate. Note that he missed some time in 2025. Michael Carter, the former Jet, and I think formerly of several other teams, is the starting running back. They also have first-round pick Terry French. There is a decent size overall gap there, so don't know how much we'll see French today. George Pickens and Chris Godwin make a really, really good top two. Brian Edwards, not bad at all in the third spot. Cade Otton is pretty good at tight end. And then this might be one of the better offensive lines we'll see all year. Couple of good young players on the left side. Jeffrey Justice is maybe the weak spot in the center here. Will Hernandez isn't super highly rated, but pretty well-rounded overall. And then they've got 99 overall Tristan Wirfs at right tackle. This team has some huge stars in the front seven in Jordan Davis, Vita Vea, along with a really nice backup defensive tackle, and Devin White, but they don't have a whole lot else in the rest of the front seven. The linebackers and the edges are not great. Low ceiling, high floor corner room here. And then Antoine Winfield and Jordan Whitehead make a pretty good safety duo, although Whitehead is getting a little bit older. Tampa Bay started the year pretty hot. 3 straight wins, but they've gone 2-5 since. All one-score games except for a blowout loss to the Lions and a 2-score loss to the Chiefs last week. Let's get into this game. Bucks will start with the ball first. It's 2nd and 9. Shields sends Michael Carter in motion. Defense trying to adjust appropriately. Plenty of time back there for Shields. Will fire to the right, and he's got Brian Edwards for a big gain. Not a good start for the pass defense. Bucks are trucking along pretty good here. They've got a first down across midfield, but Shields is trying to bail out left. He's not going to outrun the big man Matt Murray. That's a huge loss. 2nd and 19 now. Shields throwing it up quickly to Godwin, and he's got him. That's going to be about 18.75 yards. They'd wind up getting it on a 4th down. They're inside the red zone now, looking to pass once more. Lamb coming in hot, but he missed Shields, couldn't make the play. Now Shields fires dangerously. Lucky that one ended up incomplete. 3rd and 1 here. It's a handoff to Carter. He fights off Lamb, and he's into the end zone. Bucks are on the board first. And the Broncos can't do anything with their first drive, so Tampa now has the ball and the lead. Running up the middle, a lot of traffic here, but he's going to fight ahead for 7 yards. Tampa across midfield once again, and Lamb is coming right through. Shields barely gets it away, incomplete. That will make it 2nd and 10. It seemed fairly effortless most of the time for the Bucks. Line has played really well for them. Good coverage here. Shields is going to try to escape, and Murray just knocked the ball out, and somehow Lamb just picked it up. He won't get anywhere with it. Wirfs takes him down immediately, but that's a great play by Matt Murray and a huge break for the Broncos, and they turned it into 7 points. So it's a tie game now, early in the 2nd quarter. Carter motioned out wide again. It's empty for Shields. He fires to the left, and the Bucks are right back in business. That's Chris Godwin. Next play, defensive line getting some push, pocket collapsing, and somehow Shields got it away. That's George Pickens on the catch. We'll have the Bucks across midfield. First down now, Bucks still passing. Shields barely got that one away, and Pickens drops it. Eric Lamb on the pressure. However, the Bucks keep moving. They're on the edge of the red zone. Shields just going to throw this one up to Pickens, and he's got it. Farley could not knock it away from those strong hands. 2nd and goal from the 4 now. Carter up the middle. He meets Surtain and wrestles his way into the end zone. 2nd touchdown of the game for Carter, but the Broncos would answer right back. A little under 5 minutes to go here in the half. It's 14 all, and there's a good run stop. That's Parker Finley on the tackle. That would lead to 3rd and 10, coverage backing off. Shields can't find anybody, and he's just going to throw it away. That's the first punt of the game for the Bucks, but the Broncos would punt it right back. So a chance to take the lead with a little over 2 minutes left before halftime. Here's Carter to the outside, breaking tackles, and Lamb finally catches him outside the numbers. Only a gain of 2. Funky formation here with the Bucks, and hurry up. Shields just slings it up to Godwin, and he's going to come down with it. Great catch for him. Bad look for the 2nd-year corner, Terrell Posey. Tampa inside the red zone now, under a minute to play. Very efficient drive so far. Shields doesn't like what he sees on this one. He's going to show off the athleticism. He'll get the first down and a little more. Knocked out of bounds by Finley. I guess his knee hit in bounds because they're calling a timeout here, I guess. At any rate, first down from the 12-yard line. Lamb coming through the middle, but he's picked up by Carter. Shields gets a pass away, but Pickens can't stay in bounds. 3rd and 6 now. Shields over the middle. Otten's got it. He's going to be down just short. But the ball's at the 1-yard line. They don't get in on first down. Now 2nd and goal from the 1. No timeouts remaining, so this is risky. Shields will throw to the end zone, and it's caught by Pickens. Tampa will take a halftime lead. Denver gets the ball to start the second half and does manage to tie it up, so 21-all. This has been a tight contest. But it's not going to stay that way if the defense can't tackle. It's been a huge problem today, on top of the underperforming coverage and lack of pressure from the edges. Shields fires, and that one is knocked away by Posey. Good to see him making a nice play. But skipping ahead, the Bucs have gotten across midfield. They've got 3rd and 8 at the Denver 35. Shields takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Escapes outside. Lamb was coming in hot. Hucks it downfield, and Cade Otten comes down with it. Don't think Surtain was expecting the ball, and he fights through contact all the way down to the 8. That play looked dead in the water. Now it's 3rd and goal from the 1 for Tampa Bay. All the big men are on the field. And it's going to be a play fake for Tampa. Shields gets it away, and that's a touchdown. Almost had him. Thankfully, the Broncos offense does score. We're into the 4th quarter, 11 minutes to go. Shields gets it away quickly. Carter's got it for a good gain, but he's corralled quickly. Pressure applied by Lamb on the play. Next set of downs, it's 2nd and 10. Shields is looking to throw. Plenty of time, but nowhere to go with it. Time running out now. He throws it up to Otten, and it's picked off by Justin Simmons. What a play. Otten's been a great option on those extended plays, but this time Simmons reads it really well. Unfortunately, Denver unable to get into the end zone, only 3 points on that drive. Hard not to wonder if that'll be enough, but a good start to this drive defensively, as Godwin can't get it over Posey that time. That'll make it 2nd and 10. Handoff up the middle to Carter, and he's blasted by Lamb. Big hit, but that does make it 3rd and manageable. Of course, it seems like the Bucs have managed pretty much any distance today. Lamb's coming in hot, and Shields still gets it away. It's a first down and more for George Pickens. Seems like that's been happening all day long. Shields has been excellent under pressure. In plus territory now, 2nd and inches. It's a handoff to the rookie French, fighting for yardage. He's taken down from behind by Lamb, but he'll get the 6 inches he needed. First down, Shields fires quickly to the left, and that was almost a pick 6 for LaShawn Wiley. That could have been the dagger. Instead, 3rd and 11. Lamb coming in hot, and he stumbles. Shields gets away now, trying to scramble for it, gets a block, and he loses the football. It's picked up by Patrick Surtain. A big break for Denver. They've got the ball and the lead with 3 minutes to go. Unfortunately, Denver would end up punting. Can't complain too much. In the first 5 games or so of the season, I don't think they would have been close to in this game. Shields trying to make something happen, and he runs right into Baron Browning. Eric Lamb helps clean up as well. 3rd and 8 now, and Shields is going to find Pickens wide open over the middle. Let's skip ahead. It's 3rd and inches. Bucs have only used 1 timeout, so it's not likely they get in the end zone even if they pick this up. Looks like a screen pass. He's got some room, but Winslow stops him short. They're going to have to try a long field goal to tie it, and it's right down the middle. We're going to overtime. Broncos will get the ball first. A touchdown wins it. A field goal at least gives you a very good chance. There's a big play to John Pierce. That sack will not help. They make it close, but get nothing on 3rd and 4. Please don't punt it into the end zone. What are you doing? That seems to happen like twice a game, so it's a net of 24 yards on the punt. Shields swinging it out to Carter on 2nd down. He's got plenty of room, and he's taken down by Posey at the 34. Ensuing first down, it's a handoff to Carter, and Lamb was double teamed, but he put those blockers right where Carter wanted to be. They'll try it to him again on 2nd down. Great blocking this time, and he runs through Parker Finley. Very strong 7-yard run. 3rd and 3, they're going to give it to Carter again, and Matt Murray makes the play. He's going to be just short, and the Bucs will punt. Or at least I think so. We're just going to make sure they don't fake. I guess Lamb isn't on the field. Their punter wears 27, which is odd. Big leg on the kick will probably bounce into the end zone. You gotta be kidding me. That's the most ridiculous roll I've ever seen. What is this, Tokyo Drift? So Denver from inside their own 1. They get out of the shadow of their own end zone. Nice chunk play to Cortland Sutton. We're under 5 minutes to go here. No more big chunks, but we are consistently moving forward. I like that. Third down conversion, and it's a big one. That's going to get us into field goal range. Don't love moving backwards before trying a field goal. And looks like we got the field goal. Broncos sneak out with a win, and really did it in a way that we haven't seen them do yet this year. Probably the most talented passing offense that we've faced this season. Really only the second or third good quarterback, but maybe the best offensive line. A really, really good wide receiver duo. They weren't that efficient, but they just kept moving forwards and really had very few negative plays. They only had one punt in regulation. I guess they did have 3 turnovers. Gotta count ourselves pretty lucky for those. Not that they wouldn't have been turnovers in the same situation as the user, just doesn't always happen that way, especially with fumble recoveries. Wouldn't have guessed that Pickens was over 100 yards, but they spread around the ball a lot. Otten, I think, was the most annoying one. We just couldn't cover him. Parker Finley with 21 total tackles. 1 tackle for a loss of maybe a foot. And he did have that big missed tackle in overtime, but didn't end up hurting us, so whatever. We had Matt Murray with, I think, his first multi-sack game of the season, both in the first quarter, one of them a forced fumble. That was a big play. Lamb was credited with a half sack, but that was pretty much Baron Browning's sack. I just ran into him and the quarterback, and I guess he wasn't down yet, so it counts. Honestly surprised that he had 7 tackles in this game. He was just getting double teamed all day. Should have had the 1 sack on him late in the fourth quarter. I just got excited and hit the hit stick. Luckily, Shields ended up fumbling on the same play, so maybe it didn't matter. It's week 13, and we're going to be taking on the Chiefs. They're stacked on paper, but have kind of struggled this year. Currently clinging to the 7th seed in the NFC. Lots of familiar faces in the playoff picture compared to last year. Currently missing the Chargers and Jets in favor of Broncos and Patriots. And I believe Vikings and Bears in favor of Commanders and Rams. Unless there's a drastic turnaround, we are not going to see the New York Jets back in the playoffs this year. I think I want to just wait to dive into that until the end of the season, though, and then I'll be able to tell a little more of a full story. Lamb has an upgrade ready to go. As fun as it would be to just max out Power Rusher, I decided I wanted a point in Run Stopper. We'll probably go back to Power Rusher assuming he gets more points to spend, but with the boost that +2 to block shedding gets him over 80, which I think is a better place to be. This Chiefs season has been a bit of a wild ride. Started out 5 of 2, but then lost 3 of 4, all 3 in division. They're 0-4 in the division. I really don't know what's going on with them. We'll see if we can figure out what their problem is, or see if they just have a get-right game against us. Not a close game at all last time, but the game flow did not favor the Chiefs, and here's Lamb blowing up Pacheco in the backfield on the first play. Chiefs tried a little trickery on the first play, but Pacheco was served up to Lamb on a platter. I feel like normally you'd hear that the other way around. Regardless, 3rd and 7, Mahomes has plenty of time, doesn't see anybody, and he'll just huck this one out of bounds. Denver's first drive ends in a punt as well, so the Chiefs get it right back here. Strong throw to Hardman here, that's a first down, good route by him. Skipping ahead, 3rd and 2 on the same drive. Looks like play action for Mahomes. He'll fire downfield, and Ashton Sharp has a first down and much more. Into the red zone now. Chiefs will hand it off to Pacheco. He's got tons of room fighting into the end zone, and he's in. But this one's going to come back. A last-second block in the back on Sharp, but the Chiefs would convert on 1st and 3. Now it's 1st and goal from the 5. Pacheco right up the middle. Great blocking up front. Posey can't make the play, and no flags this time. Denver is unable to answer, so the Chiefs will see if they can stretch their lead here in the second quarter. It'll be a handoff to Pacheco, but Lamb wrestles him to the ground in the backfield. He was all over that. Total whiff on the block there. 3rd and 5 now. Mahomes looking to pass, wants Hardman, but Surtain got a hand in there. Chiefs punt and the Broncos tie it up. It's already late in the second quarter here. By the way, some crazy games in the ticker this week. I don't have time to talk about them, but you should look, as there's Pacheco on first down stepping out of bounds. Could have had a first down. They get one anyways, but after a holding call, it's 1st and 20. Mahomes to the outside. He's got Amani Bonds, and Eric Lamb is injured on the play. Fortunately, he's right back in the game a few minutes later, but in his absence, the Chiefs have driven down. Mahomes will have Bonds for 5 yards here. So 2nd and 5. From the 6-yard line, a minute to go in the half, and that's a touchdown to McCole Hardman. He burned Caleb Farley, 14-7 Chiefs. Denver got a drive going at the end of the half, but ran out of time. So this lead will persist into the second half. and Pacheco's going to run this one right up the middle. He's got a big gain. All of a sudden, last couple of weeks, the tackling has been a big problem for the Denver defense. Third down now for the Chiefs. They need about midfield for the first. Mahomes fires to the left. Hardman's got it, and he reaches across for the first down. Kansas City in plus territory, but they're stalling now. It's 3rd and 10. Mahomes looking to pass. Can't find anybody. Hit as he throws, and that's intercepted. It's Terrell Posey. Quickly tackled by Gesicki. That's kind of a fun half rhyme, but Mahomes was hit as he threw by Matt Murray. Easy pick for Posey, and that spark would let the Broncos tie it up. Mahomes going right back to work though, pressured by Lamb, and he slings it downfield to Sharp anyways. That's just unfair, man. 2nd and 3 from the 50-yard line. A little under 5 to go in the 3rd quarter. Man in motion for Mahomes. It's going to be a tricky play action. Lamb's barreling down on Mahomes. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And Bonds dropped it. Come on, dude. What is this, Super Bowl 55? One set of downs later, it's 3rd and 2. Surtain knocks it away from Callaway. The Chiefs would miss a long field goal, and the Broncos managed to turn the good field position into a touchdown, their first lead of the game. We're into the 4th quarter now, and here's a good pass to Mike Gesicki. And the Chiefs are moving down the field. Gesicki's gotten the ball a lot. Mahomes wants him again, but he makes the throw too late. Caleb Farley undercuts it. He's got a little bit of a return. Mahomes himself brings him down. Gesicki did not attack the ball at all, allowed Farley to undercut it, and now it's a 2-score lead for the Broncos. They managed to convert once again. Great half for the Broncos offense. 5 minutes to go. Here's Gesicki once more. Finley cannot hang with him. This team hasn't quite figured out how to cover really good tight ends. Hasn't been a lot to show on this drive except for more Mike Gesicki, but a lot of time off the clock, almost the 2-minute warning. 4th down, and Mahomes will find Gesicki again into the red zone now, and that'll be the 2-minute warning. 2nd down now for Kansas City. Coverage is looking good. Mahomes not sure where to go. Here comes Ojabo, and now Lamb, and he makes the play. Did not know if he was going to get there in time, but Lamb finally gets his sack. No time to celebrate as the Chiefs are hurrying it up. It's 3rd and 14, and they're going to pick it up. That's sharp. 1st and goal at the 2. Mahomes fires to the left. Hardman's there, but cannot hang on. They're going to review this one, so I guess let's take a look. Tight coverage by Posey knocks the arm down. Hardman can't hang on. That's definitely not a catch. Wait, what? They're calling this a touchdown. I guess he got his feet down, but he didn't hang on to the ball. He had possession for like a quarter of a second. Without context, that's one of the worst catch, no catch calls you'll ever see in the NFL. With context, it's not going to matter. The Chiefs can't get the onside kick, and they can't get a stop. Kansas City falls to 0-5 in the division. Mahomes was totally Mahomes, only one real mistake on the 2nd interception. The first he got hit, that happens. On the flip side, Rosenberg was great, at least in the 2nd half. I don't really know, half by half stats. Early in this game, I was kind of convinced we were going to lose like 21-3, but the offense did manage to pick it up. Of course, Mahomes' one touchdown was pretty bogus. I think I have seen something like this before. I think it's like there's the animation drop or knockout or whatever, but the game's already called it a completion, and the animation tells the game to uncall it a completion, but because it's in the end zone, the game stops thinking about what's actually going on immediately, which kind of makes me unsure of why it even went to review, and it wasn't called a touchdown on the field, so I'm guessing that the review was actually to see if his feet were in bounds. I don't know, it's just dumb. Mike Gesicki, by the way, had like 8 catches for 80 yards or something on the last 2 drives of the game. It was ridiculous. Almost every play on their last drive of the game. Not a lot of tackles for Lamb today, but 2 for loss, and they were fun ones too. Feels like it really should have been 2 sacks. That play was nuts, but it happened against Mahomes, so I can't be too upset. And I do feel like we got lucky with the one that we did get at the end. By the way, with that result, the Raiders are now in line for the 7th seed, and the Chiefs are on the outside looking in. They're down to 500. Raiders are 1 game over, still have a bye week to go as well. Also with this win, didn't think about this beforehand, but the Broncos have won the AFC West already. And I think I said that we're 5-0 in division. We've actually already swept the division. I think I misspoke. Obviously, we're also out in front for the 1 seed. Steelers are having a really good year, though, and there's a bunch of teams still technically in it, all the way down to the Bengals. Certainly can't say I expected this to be good, but you can't blame me for it. I mean, it's the offense that's been winning us games lately. We are going to do one more game in this episode. First though, let's talk scouting. Number 1 on the board has been all season is Devontae Davis. 6'6", 273 edge rusher. Depending how the combine goes, he might be a really good athlete or a phenomenal one. The only ding against him is the C block shedding, but that's really not a big deal if you're not a run stopper archetype. A's all over the place. I would have liked to see A in finesse moves for a speed rusher, but he's got both finesse and power, which is really nice. Fully scouted as top 5 talent, I really think it's likely that this is going to be the guy. I do want to look at a couple others just to get familiar with the class. Second guy on the board is Keelan McClellan, another edge but more of a 3-4 fit. Also a power guy, also might be a really good athlete. And you have to think if you put him at end, all of these bump up a little except for strength, of course. Only round 1 talent, but hard to know with the rating system. He's going to be dinged because he's terrible in coverage because he's an edge rusher. But the skills don't actually come in that high. Some of those are bound to be worse grades if he was being evaluated as an end. We do have another top 5 speed rusher though. Paul Cunningham is listed at linebacker. Looks like he does also have power in his wheelhouse. Athletic ratings look pretty good, but I would like the agility to be better. He does have A finesse moves, but his game looks a lot less complete. I don't think I'd call him a one-trick pony, but I don't think I would move him outside of a 3-4 edge role. I am going to skip the quarterbacks, by the way. There are a couple up here. We'll certainly check them out and see where they go. But spoiler, I don't think any of them have anything on Chris Hargrove. Could be good, though. We're pretty much out of guys we have fully scouted already. I did want to peek at Cam Robertson, another top 10 edge rusher. Just a good athlete, nothing special, and he's an injury concern. A lot of tackles in this class. Only a couple more guys I want to look at. One of them is Percy Carr. Now, I don't think this is the guy, but he basically looks like if you took Eric Lamb, shaved 7 or 8 points off his BMI, and moved him to edge. Seems like a pretty similar skill set. He's just not as strong and moves faster than molasses. And then one more guy I've got my eye on is tight end Justin Sullivan. 6'5", 255 vertical threat. He's a good athlete, not amazing, but definitely above average for the position, and he's got size for sure. I'm not sure why there's so many ranges remaining at 95% scouted. Also, sorting these alphabetically instead of thematically is really annoying, but I'll just read it off for you. A deep route, A medium route, B short route, B's for all the different catching abilities. Looks pretty good with the ball in his hands. He's a decent enough run blocker if he's not matched up against power, and you should not be using this guy in the pass blocking, not because he's that bad, but because you should be throwing the ball to him. I don't know what all the thresholds are for tight ends, but this guy just seems really, really good. Devontae Davis does as well, of course. I mean, he's a surefire number 1 pick, but Sullivan seems amazing for being outside the top 10. In the last game of the day, we're taking on the New Orleans Saints. Herbert is one of the guys that I brought up in an earlier video about how a lot of the quarterback talent has moved from the AFC to the NFC, but he's not having a very good year. Neither are the Saints, clearly. A win would probably keep playoff hopes alive, though. But it's tough to make the playoffs when you lose the first 4 games of the season, and then they beat Lamar Jackson and the Falcons. Lost to the Raiders, who seem to have improved, but they sucked at this point in the season. Split with the Bucks, beat the Falcons again. They're actually 4-1 in division. They were looking to get back to 500 at Lambeau and then got obliterated. And I've never seen this before, but 4 guys for the Packers had 1 touchdown each. Justin Herbert still looks really, really good. 97 throw power. Accuracies look really good. He's a superstar. They've got Tyler Algier, formerly of their division rival Falcons. We'll see some of rookie Darius Wayne as well. This is a really good running back room. They've also got Elijah Moore, DJ Moore, and second-year player Cedric Alberry. This looks like a pretty good receiving core. A very good tight end in Daniel Ward. And they're only giving this offense an 84, so I expected this offensive line to look really bad, but it looks like a solid unit. The right side is certainly weaker. It's a little bit of a mixed bag in terms of play strengths. I don't know. I guess a lot of these guys do have coaching boosts outweighing their morale debuffs. And I don't think that affects the team overall page. Anyways, this front 7 does not look very good. They've got a number of young promising players, but guys who aren't anything special yet. The cornerbacks do look very good, but they've got an aging Darnell Savage at safety and a very good young strong safety. Denver got the ball first here in the Superdome, couldn't do anything with it. Now here's Tyler Algier spinning ahead. We'll pick up a handful. 3rd and 4 now. Herbert passing for the first time. Fires downfield. He's got Albury spinning ahead all the way up to midfield, 24 yards. That's what Saints fans have been itching to see all year. This offense is moving. Herbert to pass again, and he fires it directly to Parker Finley. That should have been picked. Herbert's thrown his fair share of interceptable balls this year. That was another one. It's 3rd and 5. Herbert's got Ward open, but he can't stay in bounds. It's going to be 4th and 1 now, and the offense will stay on the field. Herbert is looking to throw, fires quickly, and I can't tell if he missed or if the timing was off, but the Broncos will take it. Unfortunately, they will not take it and score with it. 2nd and 8 from their own 30 for the Saints. Herbert finds Parks, the backup tight end. He's got a first down. Saints offense is clicking. Shame they didn't get points last time around. This is going to be handoff to Algier. He's been really good, but Lamb's going to meet him in the backfield. Simmons helps clean up. Only lost about a yard on the play, though. Herbert's in the gun. He will pass. Not liking what he's seeing downfield. Lamb's coming in hot, and he gets the sack. A little bit of an awkward collision there, but it's a loss of 12. Lamb is loving it, and that's sack number 20 on the year for the rookie. 3rd and 23. The Saints need midfield. They're obviously not going to get it, but the rookie Wayne will get to pad his stats. And we're back here again. The Broncos have punted. The Saints have the ball. We have no score. Well into the 2nd quarter now. 3rd and inches for the Saints, and Algier's going to get it with a nice little hurdle. That was a fun move. He's been running really well, but unfortunately for him, his last good run was just taken back on a holding penalty. 1st and 18, and this is a nice pass breakup by Terrell Posey. 3rd and 12. Herbert fires to the left. Pass caught, but short of the marker, and that's going to be a face mask penalty. How do you get a face mask there, man? It kills me. How do you come at a guy from this angle and grab his face mask? Saints would have had a chance at a long field goal. Instead, they're almost in the red zone. Lamb's in the backfield immediately, though, and Algier gets through him, and there's nobody to clean up the play. That's a bad rep for Lamb, at least on the tackling part, but how is nobody able to rally to the ball with that much time? 1st and goal, Herbert fires to the end zone, but incomplete. Saints are going to challenge for some reason. No way, that's... Really? Are they doing this to us again? Maybe not. He looked completely out live, but he's got the ball, foot in bounds, and the toe drag. A gorgeous catch by the 2nd-year receiver. However, that finally woke up the Denver offense. It's 7-all, under 2 minutes to go. There's the rookie back Wayne again, breaks a tackle, and he'll get out of bounds. Savvy play for the rookie. And there hasn't been a lot to show on this drive, just a lot of dinking and dunking all the way down the field. 3rd and 1, only one timeout on the edge of field goal range. And there's Wayne again. That's going to make it a much easier kick. Only 7 points in the first half against a defense that's not considered to be very good. Feels like some regression here for the Broncos offense. And there's a nice play from Matt Murray. Just bowled over Algier. It'll be 2nd and 11. Pressure on Herbert, but he's going to find his tight end Ward anyways. That's a first down. But now it's 3rd and 7 for the Saints. They need the 48 for a first down. Herbert looking to pass, does so quickly, and it's intercepted by Terrell Posey. He breaks away. He might go all the way. Herbert chasing. He's not going to get him. That's a touchdown for Terrell Posey. And that pick 6 could completely change the complexion of this game. And Posey's got some moves to go with it. Watching this one back quickly, just led his receiver a little too far, and Posey was in perfect position. So it's 14-10 all of a sudden. Broncos take the lead thanks to their defense. 2nd defensive score of the year, I believe. Herbert looking to throw. Fires over the middle, and that's a nice play by Eli Moore. After another nice play by Matt Murray, it's 2nd and 11. Wayne gets the ball, but he's not going to get far before Lamb chases him down from behind. They would not convert. They'd punt, but the Broncos would punt right back. Herbert is changing the play at the line on first down. He moves under center, but he will pass. And he's going to have his tight end once again. That's going to be another 15 yards or more. Another first down, and the Saints have something cooking. They're all the way up in the red zone now, making it look easy. And here's a huge hole up the middle for Tyler Algier. You cannot let that happen. By the way, totally not sure if it's Algier or Algier. Whatever the case, DJ Moore is getting a touchdown, and the Saints have the lead again. The Broncos managed to get the lead back, though, and we're into the 4th quarter. Herbert fires to the right, but that one is knocked out of the hands of Moore by Surtain. That would lead to a 3rd and 5. Herbert to pass once more. Pressure coming, but he gets it over the middle to Albury. Nice route on Farley. That'll move the chains. Past midfield now, but it's 3rd and 7. It's a draw to Wayne, and Lamb blows him up. Wayne lost the football. It's recovered by the Saints. There's also a flag on the field, but it's a holding call. It'll be declined and the Saints punt. But Denver gets nowhere, and a short punt combined with a good return has the Saints right back at midfield on their own logo. 6:20 to play, Eli Moore in motion. He's going to get the handoff. Nobody saw it coming, and Simmons takes him down for a gain of 15. I thought he was about to be gone there. Quickly, it's 3rd and 8. Herbert's looking to pass. Lamb's looking to clobber him, but Herbert gets it away, and it's Albury once more. Winslow, the backup safety, not sure what he's doing on the field, but he couldn't make the play in coverage. Under 5 to go now. Saints are in the I formation. Algiers got it. He breaks a tackle, and he's finally brought down. Thought he was going to score for a moment, but he's down at the 2. New Orleans goes empty on 2nd and goal. Herbert fires to the left. Ward has it, but the throw brought him back out of the end zone. So 3rd and goal, down by 4, under 4 minutes to go. Handoff Algier, and he's obliterated by Lamb. He just did a backward somersault. Huge hit and a clutch play. Let's watch it once more quick. We're going to be watching that one a lot if the Broncos can get a stop on 4th down. Big men on the field. It's going to be a toss play to the left. Broncos have the numbers there. Can they make the tackle? They can. And they would also run out the rest of the clock. That might be as close as the Broncos have been to a loss this year. Certainly deserved it in many ways, but they come away with a victory. Herbert was really, really good outside of a couple passes. Rosenberg had his worst 0 interception game of the year. Both teams just okay on the ground in terms of yards per carry, but 52 yards after contact for Algier. That's disgusting. Albury played amazing. Daniel Ward was really good too. Another really good game for Jerry Jeudy, and not much at all for either of the Moors. It's possible that future starter tag is messing with their depth chart a lot. Another game with a whole lot of tackles for Parker Finley. I'm sure he will lead the team in that category. 6 for Lamb, did have that sack. 3 tackles for loss as well, one of which caused a fumble. Would have loved to recover that, would have been much better for the field position game, but we still got it done, if by the skin of our teeth. The Steelers beat the Texans on, I think, Monday Night Football, so that would have been a really fun matchup. We do play both the Titans and the Texans late in this season. Very surprised that we're still undefeated. Definitely seems like some of the cracks are starting to show. Obviously, I did do some slider changes at the end of the last episode, but there's plenty of stuff like the tackling and the pass rush that I didn't touch, and we've just gotten worse in those areas. Regressing to the mean, I think. Doesn't help that Lamb keeps up lining up double teamed. But this video has gotten really long, so thanks for watching and see you next time.